Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapos Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rikab Korash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who will, who teach well, to other apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether they can accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Aki, pushing the truth and believing the truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwath who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from the GMS Orlando camp, coming at you another lesson in true facts, faith, and edification, another daily edification. Lord's willing, let's be edified. And this is the order is being set. So I'm going to play this clip. I got two clips I'm going to play, then I'm going to get some precepts. Lord willing, to be edified.
Now, real quick, before I play this video, so this is something that just hit me. I had to go out, pick up this garment. So, and I got back, like, that heat out there. Got me some good vitamin D for a little minute. But like I was gonna take me a shower and lay down. My whole thing was to lay down and sleep till time for me to get up and go to camp, right? Spirit just hit me. That I need to make this point. Because a lot of brothers that got women, they're going to wind up not being with these brothers, man. These brothers that's doing the work for the Lord, that's diligently doing the work for the Lord. A lot of brothers got women that ain't going to make it, man. And the reason why they ain't going to make it, because they will not let go of being westernized by North America. And what's going to happen is the Lord is going to move another female in that understands the will of the Lord, that other women is waking up to the truth. And these women is going to cleave to these men. And brothers got women that don't want to accept that a brother can have, are going to have other women. Because these women is going to have to get salvation through these men. So, and of course, this is going to be one of them videos and they're going to get them in the views. And I don't care. But this is truth talk. This is facts. There's women out there with brothers. They ain't going to be with brothers in Jacob's trouble. Because they will not change their mind on understanding that when there's 2 or 3 women to a house with one brother, that's a form of stability in these rough times, man. It's getting rough. There's a famine playing out. And I'm going to show you with scripture, these things is going to happen. And if you can't accept it, it's okay. Don't worry about it. The Lord going to move somebody out going to move you out the way and going to put another woman in that spot for that brother. Because that woman that's in that spot, she's going to be willing to bring in other sisters because she know these sisters got to wake up to the truth and come in. Let's play this video. We're going to expound more. Lord, will be edifying.
The order is being set.
Okay, so I was just thinking about this, and let me know what y'all think. But there has been times where I will be talking to a man, and I won't be feeling it, and people will be like, why? And I'll be like, he's just too nice. And people will look at me like I'm stupid. They'll be like, what do you mean he's too nice? Like you want somebody mean? And I figured it out. It's not that I want somebody mean. It's just what I'm looking for in a man is masculine energy that is dominant over my masculine energy so it can bring out my feminine energy. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Like, if I feel like I have more masculine energy than you do, then I feel like you can't really be dominant over me and I can't be submissive and my feminine energy can't come out. Does that make sense? Because it makes sense to me.
Now you see, women want a man that's masculine, man. And what plantation Christianity has taught our people, starting with the men, is to be emotional, effeminate, weak-minded. That's why these women that's in these harlot houses, aka churches, always say they want them a God-fearing man. When you hear women say they want them a God-fearing man, they want these men that go to these harlot houses that's weak, emotional. Men that these women can control, man. But real women, they want a masculine man. And this is, we always bring it out. This truth makes you a man. King David told Solomon that. 1 Kings 2:1. In Job 38:3, the Lord say, gird up thy loins like a man. He demanded of us. Right? Isaiah 46:8. Men. The Lord looking for men. Proverbs 8:4. Ezekiel 34:31. Revelations 21:3. The Lord is looking for men. Not weak, not effeminate, not emotional. But that's what plantation Christianity has done to our men. But a real woman want a masculine man, which the Lord is raising up right now, man. Let's get this. This is Isaiah 32 and verse 2. And it reads, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadows of a great rock in a weary land. Women looking for men that's going to protect them, man, because that's a man's job, to protect, provide. Verse 3, and the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. It's talking about the women. It's in the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. These women cleaving to these masculine men, which the Lord is raising up through this truth, man. This is 2 Timothy 2:3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. So, men that endure hardness as a good soldier. These is the type of men these women is looking for, man. This is the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, always showing us examples. Always showing us examples, man. Show thyself a man. Let's get this.
Here's a little fun fact. There are more women on this planet than men.
And that's facts. It's like 14 women to every man. Now this is a video from the elder. His channel is GMS Awakening 144, the end. He did this video, right? This is really spiritual, man. This is the Lord. This is Yahweh Shema Shah showing us examples, man, of order, of things, of the whole elect of Israel being set in order, man. Start with the men first and foremost, and then the women. This is prophecy, man. The Lord is showing us examples of prophecy with this clip right here, man. Let's run it back.
And these women today, man, they emotional. Okay? You have been westernized by this devil, man. Did you know before we came to North America, Babylon the Great, numbers of you women was cleaved to one man? Did you know that? Yeah. This devil destroyed our women, man. Destroyed our way of life, our ancient thinking. This devil did that. But guess what? It doesn't matter. If you don't cleave to these men, you're going to be left. Now, of course, the Lord going to wake these women up in his own time. They're going to wake up to it. The Lord going to put the spirit on these women to wake up and acknowledge this. But I'm telling you now, I'm telling you now, it's going to happen. And brothers got women that don't agree with it. It just burns them up to know that a brother gonna have more than one woman. It burns them up. And guess what? 7 out of 10, them women ain't gonna make it, man. Because they don't want to accept the truth. But it's women out there that's watching and learning, and they ready for it right now. But you got brothers with in-house women, they so comfortable because they been there, they don't accept it. Well, the Lord gonna move them, and He gonna bring in the ones that have that mindset already. Don't worry, they're gonna be moved, man. That's them worldly minded women. They don't want to change. The scripture say you in Romans 12:2, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So, brother that got women that don't want to conform their mind to the truth of Yahweh Shema Shah, that it's easier to bring in another woman or two, to make it easy on everybody in the house. That means there's always somebody there. If you got kids, that means your kids don't got to go to school to get destroyed with white supremacy. Okay? That means there's always gonna be somebody to cook real food. That way your kids don't gotta be eat garbage. You don't gotta be eating garbage, going to these different restaurants. You don't know who cooking your food. Okay? You don't know what's being put in your food. In each restaurant, your steak could be getting kicked around on the floor and then put back on the grill and put on your plate. You don't know. But anyway, you're gonna learn order. Either you're gonna get down with Yahweh Shema Shah, or Yahweh Shema Shah is gonna lay you down forcefully, and you're gonna have no choice. Listen to this.
Fun fact. There are more women on this planet than men. In the United States, we have about 1/4 of our population in jail. Another 1/4 of our population identifies as LGBTQ. So with that being said, it is a nigga shortage out here. There's a shortage of available good niggas out here. So for all you bitches that think you deserve your own nigga, like your own personal nigga, like that's only yours. Like, okay, it's some women that do. But are you that bitch? Like, what do you bring to the table that make you think you deserve your own nigga and it's a nigga shortage? Sis, grow up. You gonna have to share that nigga. That's our nigga.
Hey, it's spiritual, man. This is the Lord setting things in order, man. Okay? Now, when you read Isaiah chapter 3, right? Start at verse 16.
Hold on. I gotta run that back. Hey, y'all need to grow up out there, man. And if you don't want to grow up now through the spirit, you're gonna be destroyed, man. You don't gotta believe me. You don't gotta believe none of the brothers. You don't gotta believe us. We don't care. You're gonna find out the hard way. Trust me. You're gonna find out. Let's run it by.
Man. Now this is a video from the elder. His channel is GMS Awakening. 144, the end. He did this video, right?
Y'all gonna find the hard
This
way
is
out
really
there,
spiritual, man. This is the Lord. This is Yahweh Shema Shah showing us examples, man, of order.
And there's women out there. You heard what she said? Sis, wake up. You're gonna have to share that nigga. That's our nigga. That's gonna be our spiritual man. She's telling you. And if you don't accept it, it's cool. But you're gonna be destroyed.
Of things of the whole elect of Israel being set in order, man. Start with the men first and foremost, and then the women. This is prophecy, man. The Lord is showing us examples of prophecy with this clip right here, man. Let's run it back.
Here's a little fun fact. There are more women on this planet than men. In the United States, we have about 1/4 of our population in jail. Another 1/4 of our population identifies as LGBTQ. So with that being said, it is a nigga shortage out here. There's a shortage of available good niggas out here. So for all you bitches that think you deserve your own nigga, like your own personal nigga, like that's only yours. Like, okay, it's some women that do. But are you that bitch? Like, what do you bring to the table that make you think you deserve your own nigga and it's a nigga shortage?
See, you think it's about what men bring to your table. No, it's about what you bring to my table. That's what it's about. And that's the order of Yahweh Shema Shah. And if you don't believe that, you might well kill yourself. If you think I need to bring something to your table, you just as bugged out as these Edomites is. No, it's about what you bring to my table. Either you coming over here to add to me and my house, to my table, or you can go find you a street nigga and watch what happened to them. Your thugs and gangsters and dope boys. Watch what happened to them. And watch what happened to them in Jacob trouble. Watch how they get, most of them will get drafted. The ones that don't get drafted, they're going to be killing each other for over bread and water. And you're going to be getting tossed to and fro, you women. And it's not about what we bring to your table. It's about what you bring to our table. Righteous men, we deal righteously. So we're going to make sure everything be measured out, everything is balanced, and we're going to make it work. And if there's a soul amongst us that don't want to make it work, she going to get kicked to the side, and we're going to bring in another. And that's the Lord's, this is according to the Lord's mind, not mine. I didn't write this. This is the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. And you're either going to get down with it, or you're going to be destroyed, or you're going to get moved to the side. And maybe another brother pick you up later on down the line. I doubt it.
Sis, grow up. You gonna have to share that nigga. That's our
Women, grow up. Grow up. Let's run it back right here.
shortage of available good niggas out here. So for all you bitches that think you deserve your own nigga, like your own personal nigga, like that's only yours. Like, okay, it's some women that do. But are you that bitch? Like, what do you bring to the table that make you think you deserve your own nigga?
And she said, what do you bring to the man's table?
It's a nigga shortage. Sis, grow up. You gonna have to share that nigga. That's our nigga.
Hey, it's spiritual, man. This is the Lord setting things in order, man. Okay? Now, when you read Isaiah chapter 3, right, starting at verse 16, it tell you how the Lord gonna put these proud women to shame. Right? He gonna take away all your nice garments, your good smells, perfumes, your soaps, all the different things that you use to smell good, look good, to make yourself feel good. He's gonna take all that away. Right? When you read Isaiah chapter 3, starting at verse 16, all the way to 26, that leads into Isaiah 4 and 1. Now you can go read it on your time. Go read Isaiah chapter 3, starting at verse 16 down to 26. Because I want to make this point, because it leads to Isaiah 4 and 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. What reproach? When you read Isaiah chapter 3.
And what does it mean for a female to take your name? That's called marriage. What is marriage considered or consist of in the mind of Yahweh Shema Shah? Sex.
It's going to be a reproach for the women. It's going to be a lot of hell going on out here, man. When you read Isaiah 32, verse 9 through 12, it tell you the Lord say he's going to take away from you your gatherings, right? It said your vintage shall fail and your gathering shall not come, meaning your job is going to be gone and your money will not come in. Whether you working, making $150,000 a year, 80,000, whatever, 50,000, your Section 8 hood, habitat housing, Social Security, disability, EBT, all that's going to be gone. And you're going to have to plead to a righteous man. Because you heard the sister just said, all these men, all the men in the world now, is becoming part of the LGBTQP, right? And the ones that's not, they're going to die in the war. All your thugs and gangsters And these boys, they gonna be destroyed, man.
And you women, man, like you got this attitude, like you got me messed up. I'll never be with you and another woman. Is you crazy? Okay. All right. You have been westernized. Guess what? You're either going to get down with Yahweh Shema Shai and the men that he's setting up for you to get a covering under, or you're going to be moved. And other women going to come. Trust me. I tell the brothers all the time, man, there's a lot of women that's watching, getting in order, preparing themselves for brothers. Don't worry about it. Just wait. They're going to come out the woodworks. Me and a young brother, this a couple years ago, we downtown at the camp, went and put our stuff away in the car. Me and him was walking back to meet the other brothers. Two young females, young little fine tenders, said, hey, look, that's those brothers that be on the corner down there teaching every Saturday. I said, bro, you heard what they said? He was like, nah. They was like, that's those two guys that be down there on the corner. Listen, man, the Lord gonna send them. We don't gotta look for nobody. And if you ain't conforming to me and how I feel according to the Lord, I don't need you. I don't need you. The Lord gonna set the standard, man. This is the Lord's standard. I'm telling you what the Lord said. This is not me. We ain't write this. We didn't wake up with this DNA in us. Okay? We didn't wake up with this design, this intelligence of these laws, statutes, and commandments. It's from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You're either gonna get in with it or you ain't. And we don't care. Because the scriptures say the women gonna come, man. I'm gonna get some precepts. I want to play a little bit more of this though.
Here's proof. This is Isaiah 3. That's why you women need to read Isaiah 3, starting at verse 16 down to 26. Because the end all be all is you're gonna have to cleave to a righteous man of Yahweh Shem Shah. This is Isaiah 3 and 24. Isaiah 3 and 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in a war. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
You see, you women think this is about sex. This ain't about sex. This is about us coming together, defeating this devil, because it's 2 or 3 of us or 4 of us in one house. Not everybody ain't breaking their backs to make money. Now it's always somebody home with the kids. That way they don't got to go to school. They be homeschooled. It's always real food getting cooked. Even though we live in the GMO world, it's still, we won't got to go to these restaurants. You don't know what they put in your food. There's always somebody's home. This ain't about sex. See, your women is so simple-minded, and you won't open your mind up to our customs. You've been westernized by this devil. Before we came over here on slave ships, a man had more than one woman. And it wasn't about sex. It was about nation building. You're going to find out that this devil had deceived you the whole time. But at that point, it's going to be too late. And like I keep saying, I'm going to keep saying it. Brothers got women right now that don't even believe this. They won't accept it. Brothers, women say, oh, in the kingdom, okay, cool. The Lord going to put his spirit on me and I'm going to accept it then. No, you want to accept it before the kingdom. How you think women go into the chariots? Men and women get beat up into the chariots. When it said Revelation, the 144,000, then it said an unnumbered multitude that no man can number. Most of that unnumbered multitude is women and children. It tell you in Isaiah, the Lord said he will save his sons and his daughters, them with sucking child, right? Them that with babies and them that's pregnant. How you think they get salvation? They hear the truth from those 144,000 men. Those men that still here on the earth. Okay? But don't worry about it. You don't want to accept it? It's cool. The Lord gonna move you out the way. He gonna bring a sister in that her mind is open and know that it's about building. It's about making sure with that man, with that spiritual man guy. This ain't some street nigga. These are spiritual men we talking about here. But you're gonna find out when you get the doodle end of the stick.
So if you don't cleave to a righteous man, you're gonna be destroyed. Again, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war. This talking about all the men of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitian women. Your men gonna die by the sword. They're gonna get drafted to the war, and they're gonna die. And the ones that don't make it, your thug gangsters and D-boys, they're gonna be destroyed here in Babylon the Great. And we know the rest of them, they already part of the LGBTQP. They transformers now. Okay? Here's another precept to prove your men gonna be gone. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and 31. And it reads, even so in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search the houses with the sword. This time my neighbor going against neighbor, looking for food. Okay? Looking for water. And if you don't have a righteous man in that day, you're going to get taken. Ain't no telling what's going to happen to you. If you ever see the movie Training Day, when they was riding in the car and they passed by the alleyway and saw the young Northern Kingdom chick was about to get taken by those 2 bombs, use your imagination, man. Okay? 2nd Ezra 16 and 31. Even so in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways, all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travail therethrough. When you watch the movie I Am Legend, these things is going to happen, man. This is the point. Verse 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. So you need to cleave to what's going on, man. The Lord put the spirit on these women to say these things, and she ain't the only one. If you know my channel, if you know my videos, y'all done did videos on this. Women out there that's ready for this, man. Now, the other women one saying how she's saying it right now. The Lord got a different spirit in the earth. She's saying it straight, boldly, and frank. Ain't no she giving you the straight skinny. Hey, you gonna have to share that nigga. Period. And when they say 7 women should take hold of 1 man to take away the approach of not starving, not getting raped, not being thrown in concentration camps, hey, it's gonna be more than 7 women. That's just completion. The number 7 in Isaiah 4:1 just means completion. It could be 30, 40 women to 1 man. Who knows, man? Who knows what the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah gonna do? Now, and these devils.
Now let's get this. I've been bringing out this precept a lot in Leviticus 26 and 26, right? Let's read this. In Leviticus 26, we go to this blue letter. Let's see you women out there think this is a game, man. Talking to these 2/3 women out there that don't want to, hey, that mindset. Brothers thinking these women is in order. Nah, they've been with you so long, they comfortable. They done got comfortable, man. No, the Lord gonna move them because every time, no, I think that's gonna be in the kingdom when you have other wives. No, that's gonna happen on this side. Okay, that's gonna happen on this side, man. So right here, Leviticus 26 and 26, it reads, and when I have broken the staff of your bread, meaning food, 10 women shall bake your bread in 1 oven. It is talking about 10 different women in 10 different houses. No. And when I have broken your staff of bread, 10 women shall bake your bread in 1 oven. This is the same house. And they shall deliver you your bread again by weight, and you shall eat and not be satisfied. Now, when you go to the different translations, right? Oh, Salakia. Let's get this another translation here. So it say, I just read this verse. Let's read this in let's say the same thing in the KJ in the new KJV. NLT say, I will destroy your food supply so that 10 women will need only one oven to bake bread for their families. They will ration your food by weight, and though you have food to eat, you will not be satisfied. Right? 10 women. 10 women. Right? Just get this. So when you go to Isaiah 4:1, it reads, these are the videos that don't get many views, but I don't care. But this is for truth. And this is edifying the body. This is Isaiah 4:1. Look, a remnant prepared. A remnant prepared. I never saw this title. That's beautiful. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread. I just read Leviticus, right? 10 women shall bake bread in one oven and wear our own apparel. Yeah, you're going to wear dresses and you're going to love it. You women now, you got to fight a woman tooth and nail to wear dresses. They want to keep wearing pants, which came from this demon, these Edomite. I forgot the Edomite woman's name, Queen Elizabeth, who created trousers for women. Damn demons. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying we eat our own bread. And I like to liken this to lawful food. You're going to cook, and it's going to be lawful food and wear our own apparel. I liken this to a woman going to wear dresses. They're going to wear dresses. Yeah, you're going to be in order. Only let us be called by thy name. What does it mean when a woman take your name? That's your wife. You go in unto her. Marriage, which is through sex. And take away our reproach. What reproach? I mentioned in that video, when you read Isaiah 3, starting at verse 16 through 26, the Lord said he's going to take away everything from you women. Everything going to be taken. That's from the 2/3 woman, might I add. It's not talking to you, hopefully, out there. If the shoe don't fit, don't get upset. It's not talking to you. This applies to those women that don't want to conform, like I tell you in Romans 12:2, to the will of Yahweh Shemashah. So we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. What's the women own apparel? They're gonna wear dresses. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So there's gonna be women that's gonna say, Isaiah Jacob, I want to be called by thy name. Come forth and do so. I pray thee. Now it says 7 women, right? When you go to 1 Kings, I link this with 1 Kings 11. But Solomon had 700 wives, princesses of Israel, right here. 1 Kings 11:3. And he had 700 wives, princesses. That's why we call you princesses, not queens. Queen, the word queen, Quean, it means use a whore, a harlot. The word queen with 2 E's, they're talking about some transformer, okay? Some transformer. We had princesses. We never had queens. You know, you got Queen Elizabeth, right? Well, guess what? Those are heathens. They can have whatever they want. The Lord gave us laws, statutes, and commandments to conduct ourselves over these devils, these heathens. And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines. These concubines are heathen women. The point is 700 wives Solomon had. So, back in Isaiah, and in that day, 7 women, 7 is completion, could be 70. Could be 7, 70, 700, 7,000. Who knows? The word king, what's kingdom mean? A domicile for kings. We're going to be kings. Solomon had 700 wives. Come on, man. Get it together. Grow up, sis. You're going to have to share that nigga. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying we eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. This is going to play out right here soon, man. This is Isaiah 32:1. Oh, Salakia. And it reads, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness. That's Yahushua. And princes shall rule in judgment. These princes are these 144,000 men. Okay? And a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind. What kind of wind? Let's look at it and see. In Jeremiah. Jeremiah 51 and 1. It talks about a destroying wind. Let's read it here. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, North America, Babylon the Great, and against them that dwell in the midst of them, which is 2/3 of our people, and the heathens that don't want to repent, the 2/3 Jason that don't want to repent, and the heathens. I'll rise up against them. Let's say, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me. They tell you in Luke 19:27, but those my enemies that would not I should reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. That's what the Lord telling the angels. Bring these 2/3 to me. The Lord said He's going to judge 2/3 of our people to their face. That's personal. He tell you in Ezekiel 20, in 38, He's going to purge out the rebels from among us, man. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind. So in Isaiah 32, it say, and a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind. What wind? A destroying wind from the missiles. And a covert. What's a covert? It's a covering, a place of safety, a pavilion. And a man shall be as in high place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. That's going to be North America. Listen, this is talking about these women. And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim. Remember in Isaiah 43 and 8, the Lord said, bring forth the blind that have eyes and the deaf that have ears. That's the women and whatever few men that's a part of the all-numerous multitude. And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. You see, Isaiah 43 and 8. Bring forth the blind that have eyes and the deaf that have ears. Now, a man is going to be a hiding place. Now look right here, it say, and a man shall be as a high place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest. Let's look at this word covert right here. Matter of fact, let's see what the other translations say. We don't even got to go look at the word up. Let's see what it say. NLT say, each one will be like a shelter from the wind and a refuge from the storm, like streams of water in the desert and the shadow of a great rock in a parched land. You see it? A refuge from the storm. Now, let's look up the word covert. Let's see what it say. And his brothers out there, man. His brothers out there that have women. And they talk about, no, that's going to be in the kingdom. No, that's going to be on this side, baby. Yeah. How you think these women get to that salvation? Oh, Salakia, I went to the wrong verse. Salakia. I still did it. Yeah, so these women is going to cleave to these men. And if you don't accept them, if you can't open your mind up to accept it, the Lord going to move you out the way. Talking to you women out there that with men that's in the truth. The Lord going to move you out the way. Ain't going to put a woman with it. They're going to put a woman with that
Strong's
brother.
H,
That mind is open to this,
5643.
man.
Say
And she
fair.
gonna be the first.
Say fair.
She gonna be the first wife to bring in the other women. The Lord cold. Look right here. Secretly covered. Secret place. Hiding place. Covering. It's a protection. Okay? You better get it together. You better get it together. Covering, shelter, hiding place, secrecy. Covering, cover, hiding place, shelter, secret place. Come on, man. Okay? So don't forget here. Jeremiah. So the Lord said this. Y'all know I love to read this chapter, man. Hold on, Salakia. That's what the Lord said this in Jeremiah, man. These are them that's ready, man. Jeremiah 9:17 it reads. It's Jeremiah 9:17. Thus saith Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, consider ye and call for the mourning women. That's them that's weeping with us, man, because we on the bottom, man. And now women, they ready to see their men on the top, man, because of righteous rulership, man. Everything done decently in order. Thus saith Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, consider ye and call for the mourning women, that they may come, and send for cunning women, that they may come. These are the ones that's in the know. Mourning and cunning, it's talking about our women that's being wise and understanding why they on the bottom, because the men on the bottom. And let them make haste and take up a wailing for us, because men don't cry, but women do. That's part of being feminine, okay? And let them make haste and take a wailing for us, because the women know that we're on the bottom. And as long as the men of Israel on the bottom, they're gonna be on the bottom. That our eyes may run down with tears, and our eyelids gush out with waters. For a voice of wailing is heard out of Zion. How are we spoiled? We are greatly confounded, because we have forsaken the land, because our dwellings have cast us out. Yet hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, O ye women, and let your ear receive the word of his truth. So in Isaiah 32, when it say, their eyes shall not be dim, right? And their ears shall hearken. It's talking about women cleaving to these righteous men. And teach your daughters wailing, and every one her neighbor lamentation. You see? And guess what? If you don't want to do this, this what lies at your door. Just like the Lord told Cain, if you do well, you should be good. But if not, sin shall lie at your door. Watch this. If you don't want to cleave to these men, this is what's going to happen to you women. This is not me. These are the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. My job is to show you and give you understanding on it. You don't have to receive it, and that's okay. Micah 7:10. Then she, not he, because 2/3 of men gonna be destroyed. I tell you in Micah, as a matter of fact, let me read this. Because you always getting on the women. Let me show you what the Lord said about the men. It's Micah 3:1. How men supposed to know. They're supposed to be in the know. Micah 3:1. And I said, here, I pray you, O heads of Jacob. Who is the head? Men. O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel. Is it not for you to know judgment? Our men supposed to know. There is no excuse. So for you women, the Lord said, Micah 7:10, then she that is my enemy. Why is you the Lord enemy? Because you don't want to conform to the ways of the Lord and get out of this world. As to tell you, I gotta read it now. Romans. We'll come back. This is Romans 12:2. And it's okay. If you don't accept it, guess what? The Lord gonna move you out the way. Romans 12:2. And be not conformed to this world, which is being westernized by North America, but be ye transformed by the renewing. What's re mean? Re mean back. New mean what? Freshed. To be refreshed of what your old customs is. Re is back. New mean fresh. Refreshed. Back. Freshed again. Transform. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good. What's good? The laws of the Lord, which say women gonna cleave to men. An acceptable and perfect will of power. Yahweh Shema Shai. Now let's go back. Then she, Micah 7:10, that is my enemy. Why is your Lord enemy? Because you're going against the grain. You're going against the laws and your commandments. You're going against the order the Lord set up for you to have a covering in Jacob's trouble. Then she that is my enemy shall see it and shame shall cover her. In Isaiah 3, verse 16 through 26. I advise you to go read it. Shame shall cover her, which say unto me, where is the Lord Yahweh, thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Hold on, let me show you what the Lord talking about right here. About a woman being trodden down as the mire of the streets. Watch this. In Isaiah 3 and 25. Watch this. Go read Isaiah 3, start at verse 16. Look, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war, and her gate shall lament and mourn, and she, being desolate, shall sit upon the ground. So hold on. What's Maya right here? Let me show you. Let me show you what Maya is. Let's see if we got it in translation. What does it say here? Mud. You see it? Then my enemy will see that the Lord Yahweh is on my side. Then will be ashamed that they taunted me, saying, so where is the Lord, that God of yours? That's what the women say. But why he got us living like this? They don't believe because a man of the Lord is supposed to be decked out like a priest. We're supposed to be riding a Lexus, and we're supposed to have a big church, right? We're supposed to have a closet full of suits with our money suits and nice colorful ties. No, but that's how these women believe. The Lord is cold, these translations. It say, saying, where is the Lord, that God of yours? That's these women. It say, with my eyes, it said, with my own eyes, I will see their downfall. They will be trampled like mud in the streets. I read Isaiah 3 and 26 said, what? On the ground. What's on the ground? Dirt. Listen, man, we trying to tell you, this is serious. This is no joke, man. This is serious, man. You better get it together. Oh, girl said, what? Grow up, sis. That's our nigga. You got to share that nigga. A spiritual man, okay? So if you don't want to cleave to that, then you're going to be trodden on the foot. Let's get this. Luke 19 and 27. Because it said, then she that's my enemy, right? Guess what? 2/3 of our men and women are enemies to Yahweh Shem Abashai because they hate the order. They hate order. Right here it say, but those my enemies, which were not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. You see it? So, in a man's job is to protect, provide, and perform. And if you ain't rolling with this, you will be destroyed, man. So, yeah, I want to make some points on that. Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether you can accept it or not. In the sincere salutation to all the ark, pushing the truth and believing the truth, but the four winds of the earth. I gotta play this again, man. I love this chick right here, man. Let me play this again, man. Salakia, man. Please forgive me. Hold on. I gotta play this again. Real talk.
And that's facts. It's like 14 women to every man. Now this is a video from the elder. This channel is GMS Awakening 144, the end. He did this video, right? This is really spiritual, man. This is the Lord. This is Yahweh Shema Shah showing us examples, man, of order, of things, of the whole flock of Israel being set in order, man. Start with the men first and foremost, and then the women. This is prophecy, man. The Lord is showing us examples of prophecy with this clip right here, man. Let's run it back.
Here's a little fun fact. There are more women on this planet than men. In the United States, we have about a quarter of our population in jail. Another quarter of our population identifies as LGBTQ. So with that being said, it is a nigga shortage out here. There's a shortage of available good niggas out here. So for all you bitches that think you deserve your own nigga, like your own personal nigga, like that's only yours. Like, okay, it's some women that do. But are you that bitch? Like, what do
They
you
gonna
bring
get
to the
out the
table
mud
to
for
make you
real.
think
That's right,
you
so
deserve your own nigga and it's a nigga shortage? Sis, grow up. You gonna have to share that nigga. That's our nigga.
Oh, she
Hey,
crazy.
it's spiritual, man. This is the Lord setting things in order, man. Okay? Now, when you read Isaiah chapter 3, right? Start at verse 16, it tell you how the Lord gonna put these proud women to shame. Where he gonna take away all your nice.
So yeah, man, that was it, man. Hey, so hey, so the water for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. Again, gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone who teach well, while the apostles and elders of all of Israel. In the sincere salutation to all the octave pushing this truth and believing this truth, but the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwath who are listening, learning, you few sisters who are listening, learning. Lord, it's edifying. Till next time, I say shalom. Wa, abab, abab, for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up.